Welcome, welcome everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. You guys looking good? Looking good. All right. Good to see you guys. How you guys doing? Put down the chat. Where you guys coming from? What you guys do? And what's your big dream? Why are you here, guys? It's the most important. Good to see you guys. Please turn on your camera. This is definitely Dr. Chow. Real Dr. Chow is not Dr. Chow AI. So fantastic, Keith. Heather, good to see you. Star Kitchen. Okay, Harmon, good to see you. Lana. All right. Adrienne, James, Mike, Cynthia. Let's go. Make it happen. All right. Pamela, Olivia, Dollar. All right. We are live on all front here. So fantastic. Good to be here with you guys. Happy New Year. And my number one goal here to help everybody get financial freedom this year. Who is ready to live your dream life this year finally? Huh? Is it about time? Is it about time? Right? How long has it been since you actually dream like a little kid again? I challenge you to dream again today, okay? And I challenge you to take the action to make it happen, right? To make it happen. We have helped hundreds of people just like you nationwide for the past 10 years to do this business successfully. So why not you, right? And why not now? Okay. So what is your dream? Put down the chat, guys. And what is your biggest challenge? What is your biggest challenge? Put that down too, because I'm here for you, right? It's all about you today. It's not about me at all. Okay. So what is your dream? What is your biggest challenge? So I can help you. What is your biggest challenge for you to get to financial freedom right now? Okay. Whatever it is, you got to call it out by name. You got to be aware of it. What's the first step to change? Awareness, right? So, what is holding you back? Motivation. Okay. All right. Travel money. All right. What else? What do you think is holding you back from your financial freedom? I'm talking about absolute financial freedom, not talking about just money, but time freedom, relationship freedom, location freedom. You can literally live, travel anywhere you want to go. You know, that's the type of freedom I'm talking about, is absolute freedom, right? Absolute freedom. So what is it for you guys? Don't be shy. Okay. Be financial freedom, help pay African American families bills so they can take care time off work and heal from the post-traumatic slave syndrome. Amen to that. Yeah, gonna go deep. Okay. Feel like we all like slave in some ways in society, right? Definitely corporate America. I felt like that when I was there. So definitely amen to that. All right. And what else? Some more than other amen. All right. So and what is it that what who else? Right. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it worth your while today. So I'm gonna dive straight in. But if we don't clarify your dream and clarify what's the biggest challenge, it's hard for me to help you. So please, what do you think is holding you back from achieving this financial freedom this year? Okay. And I'll do everything in my power to help you here. So stay to the end, because the longer you stay, the more I can give you. Right. I'm gonna reward people who actually take action and who actually show up. Right. So pat yourself on the back right now for being here, because I know it's not easy, right? There's a million other things going on, and you chose to show up for your dream, for your goal, for your future, right? So that is very commendable. Okay, so let me share here my set. Absolutely, my set is 80% success. Okay. So I'm gonna share how I went from a corporate, literally a trapped corporate slave to absolute freedom with corporate housing, but now that work in insurance housing without owning any properties, having employees, or real estate experience, right? You don't need any of that to make it a success in this, all right? And that's some of the key, the secret I have found through my 20 years of entrepreneurship. I invested over $1 million into myself to show you my job today to compress my 20 years of experience, $1 million worth of the highest level investment, as you can see with the billionaire's mentor behind me here, to show you what you can do as well, right? This is my better half, my beautiful, wonderful wife. This is us in literally like one of the top bucket list Santorini Greece. This was his last year, okay? And it was like a last minute kind of trip because we have freedom and and we decided to, we were in Cancun, right, on a five-star resort. And then there was a hurricane coming. It's like, oh, shoot, we got to get out of here. Where should we go? So we look at what's going on in the world, and we saw that the Paris Olympics was there. So like, hey, why don't we fly to Paris? Literally, we booked the flight. Next day, we got out there, flew to Paris, and then stay there. And actually, we look at, and so we're in Europe, and like, where else can we go? Oh, Santorini, Greece, of course. It's always been on our bucket list, right? So why not go there? How long are we gonna stay? However long we like, right? Isn't that the dream? Okay. To do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whomever you want, however long you want. Okay. So like, hey, yeah, let's go. Okay. So we went to Athens, went see the, I forgot what's it called, where the ancient Greece was, 2,000 years old structure with all the wisdom that they have. And then we went to Santorini, and the place is so majestical. I thought it's like really, literally majestical. Okay. And it's an experience I would never forget, right? Then we went to the Paris for the Olympics. So we got a beautiful, like, five-star hotel overlooking the Eiffel Tower as they launched the Olympics with the fireworks. Literally the most spectacular fireworks I ever seen in my life. Okay. And we've seen a lot of fireworks. So that is some experience that we wouldn't trade for anything, right? Then I mean, that's my dream. What is your dream? Okay. It could be just, hey, sit at home, take care of your parents, like I did, took care of my mom when she was having go through cancer, and got her the maid, got her the home. Simple as that, right? Or it could be with your kids going to baseball, basketball game, and actually be there for them. Okay. What is it for you? Right. So you got to own that. You got to make it, you got to visualize it, give thanks as if it's already happened. Okay. That's why 80-90% of success is mindset. And most people, oh, I heard it 1,000 times before, I hear it all the time, I do it, it doesn't work. Well, if you dive deep into it and you gotta really know the how, and then you marry it with the vehicle, which I'm going to show you today, the vehicle of getting passive income through multiple sources of income, that's when you can really live the life of your dream, right? So that's what I'm going to share with you today. Let's dive in. So again, I'll do everything in my power to make it worth your time. I value it very much, just like my time, right? So stay to the end. I will give you the blueprint on how you can do this as well. Okay. I invest over $1 million in my mindset, my strategy, like I said. And I discovered the one vehicle that had helped me get absolute financial freedom, right? literally this was me on a stage because we literally help a lot of people to get here, and these two are billionaires actually. You might know them, but anyway, you probably know these: Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, right? These are my mentors. I literally traveled the world with Tony Robbins and his top level elite. There's only 1,000 of us. Very humble to be there, and just super humble to be able to be a part of a great community that helped. We literally donated like $4 million one time to sex trafficking in Asia, one night. Okay, so money that is not good or bad. It's just what you're gonna do with it, right? It could be used for good. Successful people is not good or bad. It's just the more successful they are, the more they magnify who they really are, right? So that's why I'm so grateful to be a part of the amazing tribe and economies. They create their own economies, literally their own ecosystem, right? Literally millions and millions of followers all these gentlemen have. And they shout me out to their community. And very, very grateful for that, to be able to help their community to thrive as well. So, I'm gonna give you guys as much as possible of what I learned from all these amazing gentlemen. They all are billionaires. Okay, Grant Cardone has over 10,000 units. I think he knows a thing or two about real estate. I'm one of the few, shorter term, mid-term rental coach that he actually shout out. Okay. And then Sir Richard Branson literally owned like $5 billion worth of businesses, from Virgin Mobile, cruise ship, Virgin Airline, all of that. Able to play chess with him at his home is definitely a lifetime experience that I will never forget, right? What do these billionaires have in common? You know why they're able to do whatever they want to do? What's the holy grail to financial freedom? You guys know what the holy grail to financial freedom is? Put down in the chat. Okay. Is multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Okay. Multiple sources of income backed up by real estate, right? Tony Robbins can tell you, before he invested in real estate very recently, before that, he felt like he was just like a dancing bear. Go on stage, he dance, he make money, right? And then he doesn't dance, he don't make money. Okay. But then he got wiser and he invests in real estate, and he now have like 5,000 units. And that's where he get truly passive income. All right. So, like Sir Richard Branson, he owned the Virgin Hotels, international brand, right? So you can do a lot of things with businesses, and they are great, but most businesses is not as passive as real estate. Real estate is still the most passive way. Okay. But the challenge with real estate is not many people have a bunch of money, just buy a bunch of houses, pay them off. I mean, if you already have millions of dollars, you wouldn't probably be here, right? Just buy a bunch of houses, pay them off, you're good. Okay. But there's more to it than that. Okay. So the next best thing to do, if you don't have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of, you're not born with a silver spoon like many people, then the next best thing to leverage other people real estate, which is what I'm going to talk to you about today. Okay. How do you leverage other people real estate, make it a win-win for both, and everybody's happy together, right? So, and it's not what possible for me, but what possible for the community that we have built. Literally, these two students met within our community, and they both got 2 deals within a couple of months, and those 2 deals replaced their income. Imagine that. Only within a couple of months, replace your income and never have to work for anybody again. Like, that's the type of community that we want, right? Also, you want insurance booking. How would you like to get insurance booking that pay double the market rent 3 months, 4 months up front, right? Up front. That's what Sunny did. Okay. Literally up front, right? If you're a full-time mom, my hats go after you, right? Full-time dad, like these two, Amanda and Ann. They came to me like they like, oh, I have little kids running around. I'm working full-time. I'm so busy. I don't have any time. How do I do this? Because you don't have any time. That's why you want to you want to do real estate that give you passive income, right? This vehicle literally give you passive income, working 4 hour a week. Okay. Literally within a couple months, and within 1 month, she did 4 deals, make 10K a month, make more than her full-time job within 1 month. Ridiculous, right? 3 months later, she retired. She scaled to 20 something properties now, making about $500,000 a year, working 4 hours a week, traveling all over the world. So literally crush any excuses out there, right? If you don't have any time, you don't have any money, blah, 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 you know? Amanda had 5 kids. I don't, I'm pretty sure, and she didn't, she grew up immigrant too, so not much money there, right? So definitely Amanda is there. She can make it. Why can't you? You know? Anyway, my goal is to show you secrets beyond Airbnb that nobody else is teaching. Everybody's talking about Airbnb, short-term rental, and all of that. I'm over here been telling people, hey, don't do vacation rental. You know, it's a big headache. It's a lot of pain. For one vacation rental, you can literally do 10 corporate housing, 10 times less work, 10 times less stress. All right, 10 times more secure, which we will go over that. So a little bit about my story as an immigrant from Vietnam who came over here with absolutely nothing. I didn't even know English when I was came at literally 10 years old. So you know English today, you're way ahead of me. Okay. So English is our second language. And all I remember for many years in the beginning is just looking up dictionary. Okay. In the ghetto, literally 4 of us live on one tiny bedroom, one mattress. That's where we started. Okay. But I was determined to achieve the American dream. Okay. So how many in here been told the American dream is what, go to school, become doctor, lawyer, engineer, and all of that, and have a stable job, right? Save up your money, 401k, IRA, all that good stuff, right? And that's what I did, because that's what I've been told. So long story short, we sacrificed everything for like 10 years for me to become a doctor, PharmD. Got my degree, got my white coat. First year, worked my butt off, climbed the corporate ladder to the top, won the Pharmacist a Year award for a Fortune 1 company. And I thought I made it. I'm like, Mom, Dad, I'm going to take care of you now. I'm going to retire you. Don't worry about a thing. Next thing I know, they sat me down. They gave me a 2% raise, not even keep up with inflation. And then they cut my staff by 30% because they know that I can handle it. And I was like, why am I here? I look at my mentor who been there 20 years ahead of me, and he was more tired. He got more health problem. His money barely living paycheck to paycheck. And I was like, this is my future, right? So look at where your mentor is at your company, right? Or in your life. Where are they heading? That's where you end up. If that's not what you want, time to do something different, right? And even though I was making six-figure income, I was very fearful that, hey, what if I lose my job? What am I going to do? Because 100% of my income was dependent on that job. So if you only have one or two sources of income right now, you should be very fearful. Okay. You should be very scared. I was terrified, right? Especially as you know, there's no more job security anymore, even the government job. The government shut down recently show you that, right? So it's about time to wake up. Okay. And I woke up because I see some people that lose their job and boom, they can't pay mortgage, they go foreclosure, they even go bankrupt, they have health issues, they can't work. I mean, don't be one of my followers following me for 3 years. She has a great job making 200K, and she's like, oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. Maybe next month, maybe next year. You know, I recently talked with her, and she finally took like book a call with me and actually like be coachable. And now she have health issue, and now because of that, she can't work her job, and now because of that, all of her houses are gonna be in foreclosure. It's reality, guys. I know we don't like to go there, but hey, you rather go there while you can, get all this figured out, instead of actually have to go there. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's why I'm like, I gotta figure out something now, right? And my mom was diagnosed with cancer too at the time, and I was like, sure, I gotta figure out something fast. Okay. So I was trapped. And then I tried everything I can. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Oh, my beautiful wife just gave me a coconut. Cheers. Love you. That's why I love working at home, guys. You know, it's a big difference from before when I was working at the pharmacist. Literally don't have any time for even food. No lunch break, no break, nothing. Okay. And I try everything else like drop shipping, MLM, day trading, uh, invest in big deal, being realtor, traditional real estate, all of that. Right. My team, there's people in the waiting room. Come on, guys. Stay on it. Let them in. Okay. But all of this took a lot of time and really like no income. Why? Because drop shipping, you're making like 20 bucks. How many of those do you need to make 10K? You got to sell like hundreds and thousands of items, thousands of customer a month. Do you want to deal with thousands of customer a month? You don't have time for even literally like 20, 30, right? Multi-level marketing, they draw a bunch of circle on the board, and I fell into that trap too. you know. It's basically like call a bunch of your friends and family until you have no more friends and family. Okay. Nothing wrong with the people. It's just the commission structure is whack. You're making like 2%. Okay. And then you got stock people in the mall and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't want to be a stalker. You know, why do that to yourself? Right? Day trading. Hey, I made hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And I thought it was the shit. Who never thought they were like genius during the pandemic? Man, I made like 300% return. Yeah, going at this rate, I'll be a billionaire soon. Right? Next thing you know, I lost it all in 1 week. And then I started understanding the market. I realized that the big hedge fund companies, they hire hundreds of people, the brightest, the youngest, working full time together to kick your ass and my ass in retail trading. Okay. So even Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, can they win playing by themselves against a whole team of professionals? Even them, they can't even do that. Why do you think you and I can do the same thing? I fell into that trap, and I didn't even lose it once. I did it like twice. I come back to it like 5 years later. Thought I knew better. No, okay. And even if you make a lot of income, it's like a heart attack waiting to happen, right? Because every day I was looking at the market, waking up at like 3 or 4 a.m. and researching the market 12 hours a day nonstop. You think that's really good for your health? Okay. You think that's really good for your relationship, your family, right? You make a lot of money, you on like sky, high five your wife like on sky high, and then you lose it, a bunch of them, and then you like, kick your dog or something. I mean, it's like I didn't like who I was becoming, to be honest with you, right? So I know that's not the answer. I opened a franchise restaurant like they told me to. 400K in 2 years to build it. Found out I had a job working 50, hours a week, making like 4K a month, managing a bunch of teenagers. Nothing wrong with them. It's just you don't want to be a manager, right? And any parents say, amen. Okay. Right. I feel like I adopted like 15 kids in my restaurant. Okay. I'm not ready to be a parent yet, like that. Okay. So, you know, and my family done a bunch of business, dry cleaner, nail salon, any kind of small businesses. They are about the same because the overhead is way too high. You see, the profit margin is way low, like 10% profit margin, maybe 20% max. And Tony Robbins said, if your profit margin is only 10, 20%, one mistake, one variable in the marketplace can take you out of business, right? So that's why traditional business just don't do that. It's very tough. Like I had my MBA as well. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I did have my MBA. I looked at hundreds of different models. 95% of business fail within the first 5 years. Okay. The one that make it, 95% of that fail within the next 5 years. Right. And the reason why is most traditional business, way too much overhead, way too much management, way too much variables. Right. Multifamily, invest in big apartment complexes. Right. Keith in here have some experience in that, I'm sure. Right. It sounds great. But the flip side to that is you gotta get like 5, 10 different partners to agree on one thing. And then you gotta raise capital. You gotta talk to thousands of people to have like 50, 100 investors, right? And then you gotta jump every time they call. So there's no relationship freedom. That's the other freedom. That's four. Money, time, relationship, and location. I want all four. I'm not gonna settle for less. Okay. I don't want to have to jump whenever somebody call. Okay. I don't want to have to do anything when somebody call. Right. I don't want to. Okay. So I was like, I look at these guys have like 50, 100 investors, and like every time they have to do something, they got to consult with 5 other partners. And I'm like, man, good luck to even just have 2 people agree on one thing, much less 5, 10 people. And then you have like 50, 100 bosses you gotta talk to every month. Do you really want that lifestyle? Okay. Like, no, thank you. Right. Now I'm, if I need to make a decision, I just look in the mirror, you know. But actually, I just gotta look my wife first, ask her first. But no, okay. So you know. Um. Anyway, the realtor, being a realtor, traditional real estate as well. You gotta work nights and weekend on that, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to work nights and weekend? Be stuck in a location. There's no freedom in that as well. Okay. So, what is the business that give you all four type of freedom? Money, time, relationship, and location, right? And I was frustrated and I was burned out and I kept on asking that question, how do I get a 4-hour work week and travel the world? Okay. It's not going to be any of these things I tried. And then I was definitely lost. I was frustrated, rock bottom of working 60 plus hours a week at this point, working a full-time job, doing several side businesses on the side. Okay. For many years, trying to figure this shit out. But that's when I met somebody who gave me the epiphany. What is the epiphany? Is I could rent vacant home, sublet, furnish it, sublet it. Back then, 15 years ago, was on Airbnb, just came out, and then scale to freedom. I was like, genius. I don't have to own the home to make money from it. Really? Wow, brilliant idea. Does Airbnb even own any property? She asked me that question, never forget. I was like, no. So if Airbnb don't own any property, Uber don't own any car, and they become the number one company in the industry, why can't you do a little bit of that and get some of that money and be free? Right? Why not? Why not you? Why not now? Right? That's like genius. And that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I did. Right? So that's why just one question, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your question. Okay. So literally ask yourself better quality questions, get better results, get better answers. All right, book a free consultation call with us if you want to move forward. This is the only offer I'm offering you. Put away the credit card. There's no sales at all. This is not a sales call, right? So put away all that. Don't worry about the thing. I want you to learn. This is my way of giving back to the community. I set aside 5 hours, one-on-one, 1 hour slot each for the first 5 people who are qualified. There is an application process. Sorry, I wish I have all the time for everybody, but I don't. So I only have 5 slots for this week available. So the links in chat want to apply. And then we can see we align with what we do. In that call, we're going to go deep in your story, in what's holding you back. And usually it's a transformation call to get you to the breakthrough so you can go to the next level and actually make it happen, right? So if you're ready for that, there's a link for that. If not, don't worry about it, okay? Save that spot for somebody else. But don't let fear get in the way, okay? Because for me, it's crazy. Like I do this all the time with this class, right? And I see a lot of people all the time just showing up here every single week, and they do nothing about it. I'm like, am I that entertaining? Okay. You might want to just go and watch some Netflix or something. Okay. But anyway, if you're here, why not do something about it? Okay. All right. So the old model is exchange your time for money directly. $1, 1 hour of your life go X amount of dollars. Salary is even worse. Okay. And they told us to put money into retirement account or something. And then maybe 50 years from now it's still there and we can enjoy it. I mean, has anybody this actually worked for in the past? Or that know anybody that actually this worked for? I don't. Do you? Okay. So the new model is create an equitable, scalable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money. You want to continue to reinvest your money for years, have multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. This is the way to freedom. Take a screenshot of this, share this with people. Okay. While I drink my coconut and my wife hear me. Love it. Okay. Then book the call, Joyce. What's stopping you? Just click on the link right there. Link right there and book it. All right. Multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. That's it. That's it, guys. You want to earn money while you sleep. What a better way to earn money while you sleep than real estate. Okay. So the hard ways I do on my own, right? I was confused about a lot of stuff, lost thousands of hours, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and to close down more than 10 of these corporate housing Airbnb. But I can save you from these nightmares. A smart person learn from their own mistake. A wise person learn from other people's mistakes. Okay. That's why I build a community of hundreds of my members. Some of them are on here today because I'm learning from them all the time. Right? So no mentor, no support group. That's the hard way. It's on your own, right? Even with that, I scaled to 20 something properties and make 6 figures within months. Why is this different? Number one, clients stay for months instead of days. That right there decrease your workflow by 30 times. So that on average, our clients stay for 36 months instead of 36 nights. That's 30 times less work. You understand? That's huge. 30 times less work. It was crazy for me manage 20 something vacation rental, I tell you. It was ridiculous. Okay. Okay. So, and then you make 2 times the market rent while minimize management. Okay. 10 times less management, 10 times more freedom. Right? Because 10 times less management. Because it's the length of stay is 30 times longer. You get it now? Okay. Because what you really got to do once you check in for 3 months, guys. And did I mention 90% extension rate? Because corporate contract, insurance claims, renovations never finish on time. Almost like most of the time they don't. Right? So it's 10 times less management equal 10 times more freedom, right? 10 times less risk and headaches because it's a business to business versus business to consumer. You guys got me? B2B versus B2C. You see? Come who is your ideal client? Write that down. That's your biggest question. Who is your ideal client? Is your ideal client a mom and pop that can lose their job and they can't pay rent and you have to go through eviction? Is your ideal client the vacationer who, party, drink, drug, alcohol, or bring like 100 other people to come by, you don't even know who they are? Or they have 3 days of, perfect vacation, so everything is so stressful, and they got to deal with the in-laws, right? All right. I'm kidding there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stress to deal with the in-laws. Okay. That's the vacationers for you. Okay. Don't tell my wife that. I'm kidding. Okay, gotta entertain you guys somehow. Um, or is it the companies, or is it the insurance, right? That they have millions of dollars, sometimes a $1 billion company. 50K, 100K is nothing for them, right? I have students who literally get 30, 40, 50K contract, stay for 6 months to a year. Sometimes just pay up front. Hey, here you go. Here's 50K. Okay. Thanks. I hope Jan Smith is here. She just had her third extension from an insurance company. And some of my students here know that. So put it in chat. Talk about you seen her testimonial, right? And what did she have to do to make that $6,000? Hey, you want to extend? Yes. Okay, great. Send me the money. Done. That's what she did. Okay. That's what I like. That's what you like. Okay. So escape a lot of regulations and have a lot of tax exempt. What I mean by that? Well, disclaimer, we are not financial legal advice. This is not financial legal advice. Results may vary, etc. Okay. All right. What I mean by that, if you do a vacation rental Airbnb, that's a ton of regulations. You got to pay hotel tax. You got to pay like all kind of tax, right? Okay. So that's why you want to escape the regulations and have a lot of tax exempt. Okay. So there you go. That's why we build this community for a reason. Okay. So short-term stay, anything less than 30 days. Midterm is anything longer than 30 days. Short-term 10 in a vacation, like I told you, right? Drug, alcohol is common. Okay. So they want to have a good time. Midterm corporate housing is more professional and they're not going to do anything to lose their job, right? And then insurance housing is families who go into disaster, flood, hurricane, right? And they need a place to stay when the home get damaged. So they're not going to do anything to jeopardize their job as well, right? So, oh, by the way, team, like for those of you who just came, join, please turn on your camera. It'd be a lot better for me to interact with you guys, right? And people do business with people who you like and trust, right? We're really hard to do like and trust you. We can't see you. Okay. So you never know, you might meet your next partner in here in this community, like many of us have experienced. Okay. So do yourself a favor and turn on the camera and participate as much as you can. Okay. It's up to you. It's your loss if you don't. But I tell you, the people in our community are the best of people. And some of them are on here today. Okay. So management, way less frequent management, right? Once every few months, you go in there and you hire somebody to clean instead of you had to clean. Short-term rental, you got to clean every single month, every single weekend, actually. I mean, who want to have a cleaning job every weekend? You know? Right, Tobo? Tobo is on here. All right, owning and renting. Okay, so requires significantly less. Why do we rent instead of own? For one house that you buy, okay, you can rent like 10 houses and make 10 times more income. Okay, for one house that you buy, and if you do make a wrong decision, there goes your life savings most of the time, right? There goes half of your nest egg. Why do that when you can just rent and if it work, rent some more. If it doesn't work, you know, move your furniture to the next place. It's not that much risk, like a few $1,000 in rent. That's the biggest risk you ever have. In real estate, that's a drop in the bucket, right, guys? So that's why we do what we do. Like for the same amount of money, do you want to make money from 10 houses or one house? Put down in the chat, okay? For the same amount of money, do you want to wait, save up, buy another house, take you 20, 30 years to buy 10 houses? Or you can literally go out there and rent 10 houses within the next 5 months, like a lot of our student does, and make 20, 30,000 a month, retire the rest of your life for free. Think about that, right? Let somebody else do the hard work of qualify for the loan. Let somebody else do the hard work for buying the property, rehabbing it, spend 100K down payment, another 100K to rehab, dealing with the contractors, right? Dealing with all that mess, permits, blah, 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 take them a whole year. Or you roll in like a boss and say, hey, you want to make more money? I have connection to corporate housing. Let's see if we can collaborate. Win-win. You're going to make as much money as the homeowner who put up their nest egg, put up their savings, spend their freaking 5 years to save that money, spend another year to rehab and deal with all that mess, all that risk on them, and you literally make as much money as them without any risk. Is that crazy? That's why it's like mind blown. That's why it changed my life and a lot of people's lives. That's why we went viral on social media. Here's the formula. Take a screenshot of this, share this. Month one, do one deal. Make 2K a month, we see on average. Now you're in California, you can make like 4K. New York, Florida, you make like 3 or 4 or 5, sometimes 5K. But on average, 2K. Now you're in like the Midwest or something, you make like $1,000. Okay, so you gotta kind of balance it out. But let's just say 2K a month. On average, we see our student does. Okay, 2, 3K, but 2K. Even with 2K, if you do, can you believe without help, with the community, with all the system we in place, we help hundreds of people for the past 10 years do this. Couldn't you believe in yourself enough to do one deal in the whole month? Just one in the whole month. Okay. Making 2,000 a month. And if you can do one, can you do another one? Yeah, right. So month 2, you do 2, now you're 6K a month. Month 3, you do 2, now you're 10K a month. At 10K a month, how many people can retire from their job? Most people, a lot of people can, right? So imagine that 3 months in, and you can have your freedom. What are you going to do with it? Okay. Now, if that's not enough for you, you do another 3 months. Now you're at 20 something K a month, $250,000 a year. That's 2.6 million in 10 years. And most people literally could retire, travel around the world then, right? If that's not enough for you, do another 6 months of that. Now you have $500,000 a year. Okay. So that's what we do. Okay. Highly regulated area. The way you get around it is do corporate housing, insurance housing. A lot of those areas, they are okay for 1 month stay or 3 month stay or 6 month stay, right? So that's what we do. And also you don't gotta be married to one location either. You know, I have students who within 3 months expand to 3 different states because the community that we have, right? And I think Rebecca is on here. Okay. Actually, if you can bring Rebecca on here and show you, you don't have to stay in one state, right? So come on up, Rebecca. Everybody give her a hand. My team highlight her is multi-speaker here. So Rebecca, you are muted.
All right. Yeah, so just want to tell
Hi.
you guys, I actually came on this program a couple of months ago, and there was a conversation that was being had. One lady in Florida said, you know, I have all these leads I don't know what to do with. Can somebody help me? I was like,
I know, right?
So I got on a call with her, connected with her, and there's three of us right now, and we're working the Florida market, the Boca Raton, Pompano Beach, Fort Lauderdale. And guys, there's so much out there. Just pick an area, honestly, and really listen to the program as you're going through it. Everything is so simple and easy to follow, honestly. It's not difficult. And because, I'm a dentist by trade, so I owned two businesses. I just retired last year. And I thought, I love real estate so much, but I just want to try something different because I did the fix and flip. And that was a hot mess because contractors don't show up, they lie to you, they steal from you. So I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. But I still love real estate. And as soon as I came across this program, I was like, wow, like this is the bomb.com, especially with Dr. Chow's leadership.
I
You
love
know,
that. Thank you.
I mean, he's wonderful and he's always helpful. And we come to him, we ask questions in the elite group, and the three of us, each of us has a job description. So we have systems in place. We each do something. I do negotiations. I do, because I'm in Philadelphia, they're in Miami area, and I'm scheduling times for them to go out and look at properties. Then I'm doing the negotiations. I'm going back and forth. I'm being super patient with people. So you really have
Good.
to understand this has to do with you developing yourself through this program. And if you had past experiences in any kind of job that you were in, you know that it's all really about serving people. You're here to
Hmm.
serve people.
Absolutely.
And once you serve
Absolutely.
people, that's all it takes. Just serve people, connect that one person
Hmm.
who's looking for a beautiful location to the one person who's looking to rent their location and they don't want to deal with the headaches of
Hmm.
running the properties and having people come and show. You're looking at what you can do to serve someone.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I'm really
Awesome,
we
Rebecca.
we closed one property um last week and we're about to close another one so that
Let's
we could
go.
put them on platforms.
There you go. Fantastic. You see, only in the well, that's when you gotta get around the right community, right? The right mentorship. So yeah, and then Gloria, her partner too, before Rebecca, she literally had like so many leads she couldn't handle. So there you
Mm-hmm.
go, right? And she only been in for 2 months. She literally have she landed like a couple of clients with like 100 properties. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So Rebecca, tell us, you know, without the mentorship or the community, could you have done it on your own? Or how long would have taken?
No, no. You need the community because each time you come in, you learn from other people in the team. You have questions that other people are dealing with stuff day to day, and it helps you kind of have perspective of, okay, what are they going through? How can I tweak myself? Because Dr. Chow addresses those issues. And he evaluates
Hmm.
and analyzes your deals right on the spot, and everybody's learning. We're all learning from each other. So, no, I do not recommend it.
Oh, you kind of drop off there. I think she have some internet issue, but yeah, everybody, thanks for Rebecca joining. Hopefully she can join back here. All right, fantastic. So that's this prime example for you right there. You don't have to stay in the same local area, okay? Um, so okay, sounds good. Let's go. Where we at? Where we at? Jan Smith, while we had it, Jan Smith is on the line here. So why don't we bring Jan on? So Jan here is the one who have the literally three extension. I just kind of tell everybody a little bit before you jump on. Um,
Okay.
yeah, welcome, Jen. Hey, Jen, can you get more lights or go somewhere with a little bit more lights? We can barely see you.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go.
Okay,
You
perfect.
want some more
Maybe
lights
in the
here?
kitchen or something. So yeah, Jen is a school teacher, right? she can tell you she doesn't have much experience too. So you don't even need that much experience. Okay. Um,
Better.
okay, a little bit better. Okay, Jen, tell us a little bit about your background and where you at.
All right. So I'm a special ed teacher. I live in Castle Rock, Colorado. Um, my property is in Littleton, Colorado. I've been teaching for almost 18 years and getting kind of burnt out, but I have had no experience with real estate or renting properties or any of that before I found
Wow,
Dr. Chau.
gotcha. And how has our mentorship or community helped you to achieve your deal?
Well, I've got so I started out with I met a prospective tenant that needed a place to stay during some remodeling, some insurance renovation that they had to do, and it was going to be for 30 days. So I
Mhm.
wasn't quite sure how to do it, so I called Dr. Chow. I had just signed up maybe I don't even remember now. It was maybe not even quite 2 weeks that I had had the property listed, and I found somebody, and then I wasn't quite sure what to do. So I called Dr. Chow, and he immediately got on the phone with me and talked me through how to set up the lease, how to get everything done because it was through an insurance claim, and I wasn't quite sure how to do that. So he talked me through it. He let me know that the housing partners that we were working with were indeed people that are partners with the business. So all of that kind of came together, and I could never have figured it out without him because I wasn't sure what I was doing. And so it started out for a month, and then I got a 6 week extension, then I got another 2 month extension, and then I got another 1 month extension. So now we're just about to go into the third extension, and that should be to the end of February, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Nice, nice. Three extension. How much is the rent for each of the extension that gonna come in your property?
Each extension month has been $6,000. It started out 5,400, and then when the year changed, I raised it. So
Nice, nice. So listen, guys, and how much time do you have to do for each of those extension?
doing.
Yeah, how much time do you have to spend to for those extension of your personal time?
Literally no time. I have to respond to an email that says, "Hey, we'd like an extension. Is that okay? Is that going to be okay with you?" Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's
Right.
okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and
So
wire
yeah.
me 6,000. Oh, by the way, we just raised the price a little bit, right? There you go.
Yeah, and that's what I did, and they didn't bat an eyelash. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So what is it about our community or the mentorship? Well, first of all, could you have done it without the help of the community and the mentorship?
No, I could not. I wouldn't have known what to do. I wouldn't have even, probably had the property listed on all the sites that I needed it listed on. I wouldn't have known sort of the process and what types of things I need to do. And then I certainly wouldn't know what to do when they came back to me and said, "Hey, well, what about this? And can you do this?" And I didn't know what I could do. And so, I talked with Dr. Chow, and then just getting on the coaching calls has helped me so much because everything that I've come across and then everything that everyone else has come across, we all learn together as part.
Oh, is that my internet or her internet? Not a internet issue. Can you guys hear me okay, right? Thumb up. You hear me okay, Judy? Okay. All right. All right. Jen, can you hear me? Oh, you kind of
Yeah.
broke out a little bit.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
for the last like 30 seconds, say
Oh,
again.
okay. I was just saying how the community feels like more like a family. Everybody's very supportive, very positive. we get together on the coaching calls, and we might be talking about a certain topic, or someone might have faced an issue they weren't sure how to deal with, and everybody sort of gets on together and talks it through, and then everybody has new knowledge of what things might come up and how to handle different things. And I was saying that one person's success is kind of the whole group's success, because it just feels like a family at the end of the day, and we all get together and we have talk about our celebrations, talk about our challenges and the different opportunities that we have, and everybody just works together, and it's a really positive feel, and we learn
Hmm.
a lot along the way.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Look forward to help you for many more. I know you're working your second and third deal, and
Yeah,
literally, like you see the profit, right? I mean, you
absolutely.
see that literally how many deals. Well, you tell me how many deals you need to make to replace your income.
Probably two, three, maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
And managing literally one deal, is it fair to say that maybe like how much time do you spend a week managing that
I don't
deal
even know that I
or
can
a month?
calculate it in a week, but probably, I
Maybe in
mean,
a month.
for a week would be a lot.
No, like
If
how many hours? I mean, how many hours do you spend? Do you have to spend to manage that deal within the month or the week?
within a month, I would say maybe an hour a month. I
Now,
mean,
yeah,
it's yeah, if that, because
right,
it's really
yeah,
once you get it going, then it's a
hmm,
phone call or an email, and that takes minutes.
yeah, exactly.
So
Awesome,
not a lot of maintenance.
awesome. Last question is, what would you say for people who, on the fence, a little fearful because of most of it's just mindset issues, right? But
Yeah.
there are some real challenges out there as far as maybe they looking to retire, don't know what to do, or there's just a fear or have doubt, you know. What did you say to them?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is sort of like Dr. Chow talks about a lot, is changing your mindset. It's all about your mindset, having a positive outcome, changing the way you speak. Look, instead of things being problems or difficulties, they're opportunities. And things like that. And you just have to put that fear behind you and say, you know what, I can do this. I have a very supportive group. Dr. Chow's an amazing mentor. And if I had stayed on the fence, I wouldn't be where I am now. And I wouldn't have even rented the place out for a month, let alone had all these extensions. And I wouldn't understand how insurance and deals and corporate housing work. I wouldn't even understand any of that. So you just have to take that leap of faith and say, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to do this, and then put the work in. You got to do it. You got to get in and do it, and it's not that much work. It really isn't. Very supportive, positive community. It's the way to go. You can't let fear rule your life. You just can't.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. Well said, Jen. Thank you for joining us. Okay,
All
you're welcome
right.
to hang
Thank
out with
you.
these
Thanks
guys.
for
Give it a
having
go.
me.
Yeah. Take care. All right. I see a question in the chat here. Jason said that live directly to a brand new Hyundai plant. That's awesome. I need help. Please travel with the military. Go to work in Alaska for 8 months. Gotcha. Thank you for your service. Actually, my dad was a vet, Vietnam War, so thank you for everybody. Give a hand to all the people serving our military, fire department, uh, police station, right? Risking their life to say so we can just chill here. Pretty much, right? Freedom is not free, guys. But anyway, I'd love to help you. A lot of people like that we have help, right? Um, I mean, that's the main key is to get that passive income so you can literally travel or do whatever you need to do, right? And I know that you don't have all the time to do it because you got to work the full-time job or you got to be in the military and you can't be, on your time, which is very, very understandable. But that is why this business worked perfectly for you, right? For people who are very busy, like I was, like, you know, sure, I was just like you working, all you guys, stuck uh at a corporate job for 40, 50 hours a week, right? But that's why we have this. Okay. So it's just book a call, basically, for those of you who just joined and want to see if we can work together, book a call. Okay. So the link is in the chat, guys. Team, keep popping that link in the chat for you to book. Okay. So there's a link. You gotta qualify. Definitely, that's an application, and I don't invite everybody as well and make sure it's a good fit for us because we want to also protect the community too. All right. So 3 things to look for. Number 1 is being coachable. If you're not coachable, I can't help you. Okay. Number 2, you gotta have a positive attitude. If you have negative attitude, it doesn't matter what I tell you, or if a rotten apple can ruin the whole pot, right? So gotta have positive attitude. Okay. Third thing we look for is a giver, not just a taker. You see everybody that we bring on here, they are giving, right? They're great people. They're very humble as well. Rebecca is a dentist. She does fix and flip. Look how she talk. Look how much she give. Look how much she's humble herself, right? And that's what we're talking about. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to more content. Okay. So go back here. All right, I'm gonna do some live. Yeah, let me breeze through this content, and then I promise I will analyze some properties, some deals for you guys live. How many in here want me to analyze your deals, your property live for you today? Okay. So definitely be ready when that opportunity arises here in a little bit. But imagine this, okay? 3 months, 6 months from now, you can be making 10, 20K a month, literally six-figure income. The best part is you're only working a few hours a week, like you saw, right? What would that do for you and your family? Okay. All right. And then what would it do for your kid, for their kids? It's called breaking generational curse. Okay. And some people may say, oh, I make that amount for my job. That's great. But hey, how many sources of income is that? One. Knock on wood, but what if you lose your job tomorrow? What if the government shut down again and you don't get paid? What if something happens to your health or your loved one health? Don't you want to have build something already secure so that, hey, if your loved one is sick, which happen more than not, right? That happens to everybody. Don't just want to like, hey, mom, dad, I got you. You know, I got you. Right? You don't have to work anymore. Here's the money. Take care of yourself. Here's hire the cleaners, the maid, the cook. Right? So who are you fighting for? Right? You might have all you need, but what about your loved ones? How much longer are you willing just to live paycheck to paycheck? Or to just live a life of quiet desperation? I can't answer that for you. Only you can answer that. Okay. So now the flip side is basically like I love the movie The Matrix, the blue pill, red pill, right? You forget everything we talk about, wake up the next day, go back to a life of quiet desperation again, you know, and trying to make it on your own. Or you take the red pill, have a great community support you, make this happen 3 months from now, 6 months from now, make 10, 20K a month. The best part is now you have the skill to literally make money out of thin air, make passive income out of thin air. That's the key, right? And now your money is not only depending on one source. Imagine you have 10 property making you 20 something K a month. Do you really care what anybody else doing? What the government is doing, right? What your parents, what your family is talking about? Absolutely not, right? Imagine that. Now you have 10 sources of income making you 20 something K a month. Instead of losing your job and lose everything, these 10 sources of income, if you lose one, that's only 10% of your income. So you're not making 20K a month, but you're making 18K a month. Is that okay? You see? And how fast can you open another one like that? You see? It's not the money, guys, and what I'm trying to get to. It's the skill set to get passive income. It's the mindset to get multiple sources of income. It's the mindset, it's the self-actualization to overcome your fear and actually step out in faith and actually create a legacy for you and your family. Imagine like many years from now, you're on your deathbed, right? What do you want to be remembered by? Oh, my parents, they were great people, but they just live a just quiet life and nobody really know about them. And they just work for the same thing, do the same thing over and over again for 50 years. And that's it. That's the end of their story, you know? And now I'm about to do the same thing. But that's all I know. I'm going to work for another 50 years, you know, for the same job, living paycheck to paycheck. Is that what you really want for your kids? Right? Or they can say, hey, my mom, my dad, my grandpa, grandma, they will they have fear, but they step out in faith. They make it happen. And now we have 10 houses, making us 20, like $250,000 a year. They put it in trust fund. Now we don't got to do anything. Now we can focus on our purpose, our life, passion, which is could be to serve missions in Africa, could be to feed the homeless, could be like Trudy to break generational curses, write the book, sing the songs, act, dance, right? That's what we're talking about here. That's why we are different. Okay, we're not just about the money here. You can see it by now, right? Anybody can show you making more money, okay? But not many community can show you how to have financial freedom, but not just the financial freedom, but the freedom of your mind. That's why we're here, okay? Because when you can free your mind, you're unstoppable, okay? If an immigrant like me with no English come in here, over here not that long ago, and be here with all you fine people, and literally have hundreds of people just like you, why not you? Why not now? How much longer you will keep on making the same excuses, tell you the same sob story, not making things happen? Anyway, all right. 4 steps to success here. Find the right location. A, ask to sublease. S, set up to stand out. T, to tap into corporate clients. How do you find the right location? Location, location, location. 3 things. Highways, hospitals, and hotels. When 2 highways intersect, that's where money flow, energy flow, attention flow. When 2 highways intersect, that's usually where you can find hospitals. That's where you can find hotels, right? That's where the magic happens. If it's good enough for all these billion-dollar company to put down 100 million to $1 billion to open a hotel, a resort, right? Or a hospital, don't you think it's good enough for you? You see? So the key here is follow the whales. You're going to succeed. Follow the whales, guys. You're going to succeed. You guys got that? Let these companies do the research for you. Hey, ask your sublease. Oh, I don't know how to pitch to the landlord. Why would landlord want to give you their property? Great question. Most landlord don't. If you come in with that mindset, if you don't know what you're talking about, of course they don't. It's their baby, you know? It's their life savings. Why would they give it to you who a newbie? If you don't have any experience, you don't have any track record, you don't have any community to back you up. It's like a 0% chance. You might as well just watch Netflix. Okay. Why does somebody work with like Jen Smith, who is a school teacher, literally have no experience in real estate? All she does is work as a teacher for 25 years. Great profession, like honorable profession, right? Nothing wrong with that. But she doesn't know anything about real estate or business. Why would somebody work with her in this business? It's because she understands how to leverage our network. She understands how to leverage not just me, but the community experience. Hundreds of us for the past 10 years test every single thing in the marketplace and have the track record. We literally have hundreds of properties nationwide, hundreds of different like partners in every major state. And once you show up and come in with that and have that confidence that, hey, this is the real deal, that this is where it's at, and we have the track record, now she interviewing them to see if they qualify to work with her. You see the difference? That's why it works. Makes sense? That's what we do as a team, as a tribe. Most people fail as entrepreneurs because they think it's a lone wolf. Like they think it's a one-man show, one-woman show. That's why they get killed. You ever go to war by yourself? What are your chances of succeeding? You go to war by yourself. Pretty much zero. Exactly. Right? And yet people do that all the time, trying to go into business by themselves. That doesn't make any sense. When I go in, I want to have thousands of people behind me. I want to have like, you know, everybody like what Rebecca just said, you know, everybody have different roles, different system in place. Everybody is good at something. She's good at negotiation. Let her negotiate. You know, one person can be good at finding a deal. Let them find a deal. You know, and then they all run the deal by me in the community, and we give them a stamp of approval, so they don't have to spend 10 years trying to figure it out on their own and make all the mistakes that we made and lost like $1 million already. Unless you want to do that, keep doing that. Okay. Oh man, call brother. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Okay. His my condolences. That's why I passed, and definitely looking forward to be generation wealth for your children. Amen to that. Okay, so do this in honor of her. Okay. Life is short, guys. Right? Life is short. So that's why my mentor, Tony Robbins, always said, when would now be the best time? Right? When would now be the best time? And I like that, Jason. I like that. I like that. Yeah, strength in the pack. Right? Strength is the pack. It's not by yourself. Let's go. Exactly. When would now be the best time? Right? That's what I talk about. Like that's why, all my mentors is about the mindset, 80 to 90% of mindset. Look at our partners, guys, nationwide, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South. Doesn't matter where you're at, we have partners there. Here's the crazy thing. You want to know something crazy? Just by plugging into the community, guess what Rebecca and Gloria just did? Rebecca is in Philadelphia. Gloria is in Florida. The deal that Rebecca just land is in Florida. Do you know how could Rebecca have landed that deal being in Philadelphia? You see, right? So once you have access and once you know what you got your hands on, you tell everybody, hey, we nationwide. We do business nationwide. And guess what? When a company contact you, you don't just tell them, hey, I'm only in Washington. Like that one lady here said, right? No, we nationwide. So you have other business in other state, let me know. Boom. Next thing you know, you got a phone call. Hey, I have something in Florida or Philadelphia or Texas. You have anything over there? Guess what? You're putting out community. Somebody in there would love to take that deal up with you. You make money out of thin air and you get passive income from it. That makes sense, guys? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. Set up to stand out is the third pillar. Okay. You can either buy or rent the furniture on your own, or you can leverage other people's furnitures. How about this? Do you know that there are ways you can literally find furnished rental that are undervalued? And I literally, before my students can attest to this on the call here, put down the chat. Literally, before we jump on this call, we literally show our student how to find furnished rental, right? Who already furnished, right? And all you gotta do is add value or connect them to the corporate clients that we already have. Boom. It's so easy. You see? There you go. And you can even rent the furniture, you know? Or you know what we know, and you save half of the cost on furniture. You don't have to spend like 20, 30,000 like most people. Our average furniture cost is 8 to 10K for like a nice single family 3 or 4 bedroom, right? Just that alone save you 10K right there for one deal. You scale that 10 deals, that's 100K. Okay. Last thing is how you tap into corporate clients. Most people list on Airbnb or VRBO only, right? And then they get like vacation rental who they don't have the right strategy and they mess up their whole calendar. It's like you get, imagine every month you get like a week booking. Oh yeah, that week I make like 2,000 bucks, but I lose like 2,000 a month because the rest of the time I don't get any booking. That's the thing about vacation rental. The occupancy rate is about 40, 50%. Okay. Our occupancy rate is 80, 90%, double, right? There's no like empty white spot. Okay. So there are strategy within Airbnb VRBO that we have known to get corporate clients and get longer term rental. And not only that, it's not just those sites. We have like we tested out hundreds and hundreds of different platforms for the past 10 years, and we know a trade secret, there's only a few dozens of them that actually work. Okay. Now you're welcome to go out there and test it all yourself for the next 10 years and come back to us and, and waste all that time, or do what Jan Smith so smart and Rebecca does. Just leverage already. We already built it. We already tested it for you. They get direct bookings. You understand? Direct booking, that mean you don't have to share like half of your profit with Airbnb or VRBO, right? That's huge. And then it's because it's over 30 days, you don't have to pay the hotel tax like it's vacation rental. Okay. Now, that's a smart way to do it. Okay. Now, if you still want to do it yourself, I tell you how to do it. You contact the human resource department of each of these companies. You build a relationship that way. And over the years, you might land up here or there, but it's not consistent. Okay. What is the formula? First month rent, first month deposit, 5 to 7K. buy the furniture, not 7 to 9K, if we do it with us. If you do it yourself, probably double that. Rent the furniture, 500 to $1,000. You can charge 2 times the rent plus or minus utilities. You literally double your money within the first year, 100% return. What I mean, so if you add this up, it's about 10 to 15K for the arbitrage formula. You make 2 to 3K a month. 6 months in, you make your money back. First year, you double your money. 100% return. How much return are you making on your money right now? 1% at the bank, 10% in the stock market, or you can lose 10%. Oh, I make 100% in my crypto account, or I can lose it all the next day. That's why it did to me too. Okay, right? This is consistent, predictable income. It's like literally this literally 100% return because you're not putting much money in. You understand that? And it's backed up by real estate, and you can do multiple deals with that, right? And the most important thing I want you to get is something I love from my billionaire mentor. It's called asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. When you risk $1, you want to make 10. That's how these billionaires get billionaires status. Okay. When you do a fix and flip, you risk $100 to make $1. Let's say Rebecca can tell you she risked like 100K in a rehab, down payment in rehab to make 100K. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. You need to be right what percentage if it's a 1-to-1 ratio in risk to reward. 100% of the time. Okay. How many of you can be right 100% of the time? Right? That's why rehab, fix and flip is a trap. Okay. It's so hard to do. I would meet people literally 20 to 30 years experience in fix and flip rehab that are going broke right now because the market turned. They can't sell it. Let somebody else deal with that. Check this out. The maximum risk that you have in this arbitrage, 1 month rent, 1 month deposit, 5K, 10K max, furniture is still yours, move to another house. You're risking 5 to 10K to make 50, 100K in the next 3 to 4 years, 10 times the reward. Can you be right 1 out of 10 times? Of course, right? Without help, how confident are you to be right at least half the time? Okay. It's much more with us. I mean, our track record is like 90 something percent chance you're going to succeed. I can't guarantee 100%. I'm not going to be to tell you it's guaranteed success, right? Nothing's guaranteed in life except death and taxes. Okay. And if you're looking for something so safe and secure and all of that, that's where they put you, you know where it's at. They can feed you 3 meals a day and you never get to see sunshine or just be very limited freedom, right? So you want freedom, yeah, you got to take some risk. But it's calculated risk. It's asymmetrical risk to reward. So it showed you that the only thing you fear is fear itself. Okay. Now, if you want to have no risk, I'm going to show you right now, zero money down strategy. Who knew want that? Did you know there's a zero money down strategy that you can make 6-figure income from for the next 3 to 6 months with no risk? It's called consulting or co-hosting or managing properties, whatever you want to call it. But check this out. Did you know that our frustrated landlord who would love to pay you 15, 20% all day long, if you can make them double or triple their cash flow and you do all the work? And it's not that much work. You hear them, right? Literally 4-hour work week. Why? Because you understand the business. You have the leverage. You have the track record. Like the deal that Rebecca and Claudia landed, they make a percentage of the income. You see? Literally initial spend $0. You don't like some landlord already have the furniture or they will buy the furniture. Look, the landlord invested, they bought a house for 500K, $1 million. Don't you think with the right communication, right tool, they're willing to invest 10 more K to double their return on investment? Of course, right? Otherwise, they're crazy not to do that, right? So you got to learn the skill set, the mindset, and the track record to communicate in a way where it's a win-win for them and for you. Make sense? So what kind of return would you get when literally you're not putting any money down and you're making like around 1,000 a month passive income from this? Infinite return. Cha-ching. Okay? How many here want to make infinite return? Right? There you go. So 5 properties with this make about 5K a month ish, give or take. You want 6-figure income, do 10 of these. You do 2 a month, you get there in 5 months. Okay? The easy way, mimic, model, master, and multiply. My one mission is to help other 1 million families get financial freedom, break generational curses, and build generational wealth. Okay? Who wouldn't want to be one of them? That's why we give scholarship to all my student children. If you don't know this by now, once you're in, your whole family can be in, by the way. You can bring your kids, niece, nephew, whatever. Just bring them in because I want to help the whole family break this curse and build generational wealth. Okay? Consider it's my gift to you for take on this challenge to become a better version of yourself and to lead your family toward freedom. Right? Literally, one of my students is a single mom from like El Salvador or some Central America country. She has a 15-year-old son. And that 15-year-old son went out and did a couple of deals and make more than most adults make at 15. Where will your kid be when you bring them in the right community like this? Isn't that a lot better investment than college? I'm all about college, guys. I invested literally 400K, like so degrees out of the wazoo. It's okay. It's not bad investment. It's okay, you know? All right. I'm not here to bash it in any way. I'm just saying if you invest that much and you're willing to do that, why not invest a portion of that into your kids' business and the community of winners and achievers, entrepreneurs, freedom seekers, right? Okay. First phase, second phase, third phase, market analysis, your golden location. That's what we're going to do and help you do. Second phase, it's how you talk to a landlord. Third phase is how you get the corporate clients. All right, last thing, and then we jump straight into the practicality of analyzing the deal. If all this did to give you the freedom lifestyle, would be worth it to learn the skill set. If all this did to give you the skill set to earn 6-figure within the next 6 months, would be worth it to do this. For me, absolutely. Okay, it took me 8 years to get my doctorate to make 6-figure income. 8 years of blood, sweat, and tears. If all this did to give you the time of your loved one to live a life of passion and purpose, would be worth it. For me, absolutely. You got to answer that for you. Okay, this is my lovely wife again. I wouldn't trade our experience for nothing. Okay. All right. Last call, and then we move on to analyzing the deal is book a free call with us. Okay. So I see the calendar fill up really fast. So here I only have a couple spots left. Okay. That is your challenge, is actually do something about it. The hallway is on your own. You know, forget everything we got. And guess what? 401K and all of that. Do you know for you to make 10K a month, you need $2.5 million in your 401K stock market. How long will it take you to save $2.5 million at your current saving rate? For me, it was never, even at doctor level. Yes, you heard me right. Why not do this part-time and make 6-figure within a few months? The best investment you can make is in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. This from the greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett. Mistake you will make when you live here is not knowing the market, not knowing which is a good deal or a bad deal, going at it alone, not leveraging mentor their lesson, lack of motivation, lack of accountability, think you know it all, wander aimlessly for years sourcing corporate clients. I done all of this 15, 20 years ago because there was no community, there was no internet, there was no YouTube, there was no, all of this that you take for granted today. I wish I found what you guys found today 15, 20 years ago. Wouldn't you? Right? So, I mean, looking at this, what are the chances of somebody succeeding if they do this by themselves? They don't know what to do. They make a mistake and one mistake can wipe them out, right? Or they don't have the motivation or accountability. Or they say, oh, someday I make it. Oh, dabble for fun, right? Guys, you gotta know what is at stake. That's why I keep on asking you guys, what is at stake here? This is not a game. This is your life. This is your family life, right? You get it? Like, if I didn't have that freedom, I wouldn't have been able to take care of my mom with cancer, stage 4. I wouldn't able to literally she live on for 10, 12 years. She's still living with a big house, with a maid, with a cook. You understand what is at stake? My wife, wonderful nurse for 15 years. If it's not for this business, I wouldn't able to retire her. She literally broke her back helping patients, got knee issues. Like, you understand what is at stake? If it wasn't for this business, I know my kids would be taken care of, like your kid would, like some of our student would. That 15 years old, I changed his life. We changed his life. The whole community did. Imagine that. Your kid don't have to work for nobody for the rest of their life. And their kids have to work for somebody the rest of their life. Your grandkids, do you want them to work for somebody doing something they hate, trading their life for money, compromises their integrity for the dollar, right? Oh, that would never happen to my kid, to my grandkids. Did you have to do something that compromised your integrity at work, at your job? I did. At corporate America, all the time. I was over here prescribing people, all kind of pain pill, right? It's like something worse than heroin. And I know that's not the right way to do things, right? And I was like, that's not what I stand for, right? Think about your job. How much longer are you willing to do that? Compromise, settle, making BS excuses. Something to think about. Okay. So for those of you who are ready to finally take the right action, the next step is book a call with us and see if you qualified. Again, my bandwidth per month, I only accept a few students a month. That's it, right? I give you the free consultation to help you with the mindset, with everything, to help you get you going. But I'm not guaranteed that you can be a part of our community because we want to make it exclusive for a reason. We want to have the best of the best people because we're going to be here for a long time, right? I tell people that all the time. you know, hey, sorry, we don't align. Like I said, coachable, being positive, and be a giver. Those three things we look for. Anyway,
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month.
why?
I'm gonna be accepting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
Well, on average, $20,000. Last month was my biggest month. Of course, I grossed up $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you to get there?
9 months now.
How long did it take you to become a pharmacist?
Forever.
Actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I've made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do everything I can to beat that
That's
number.
20K a month. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
Right. How much are we making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
1,000 a month. Yeah. So peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's he's glowing. He got money all over his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months. So
Yo. He's a truck
Real-
driver,
San
by the
Antonio.
way. Truck driver.
It was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my
that's
property
more like that freedom.
June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking, and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit that you're making on that property per month?
I net about 3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man. The tools you provide, people we're around. You teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and
All right. Oh, sorry.
I'm
I meant to-
officially leaving
See if
my
I can-
pharmacist career, the job, next month.
but I think in the next
right away, my wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple of weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. This is it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him in so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go. All right. For 15 years old, a single mom and a truck driver can do it. Come on, guys. Why can't you? Right? All right. Who in here got a property, got a deal, got a market I want to analyze? I want to show you guys how some secret here, how easy it is for you to analyze. Any market, any deals. It's your time. First come, first serve. Come on. Let's go. Don't be shy. Here's your chance. What market? What deal? Put in the address. Let's look at it. All right. So while I'm waiting for the chat here. All right, Juan, got it. Let's make it happen. Okay, so highways, hospitals, and hotel. Remember that, okay? So when 2 highway intersect, that's where money flow. This one highway, 2 highway intersect, yes. You see here? Highway 610 and 288. That's the first check. Second check, hospital. Literally is close to the medical center right here in Houston. I've been there. Huge, huge area. Check, great. Hotels. Duplex, even better. You got 2 income. Hotel, look, a bunch of hotels is close by. So check, check, check. Great deal. Move forward. Done. You see? Took me like a minute. Because I've done this like 1,000 times. I could do this in my sleep. For 10, like freaking 20 years now. Anyway. So Juan, I know you have a call with me in about 20 minutes. So stay tight. I'll go on there and help you out some more. But anyway, Richmond Hill, Georgia. Let's go there. What we got? What we got? Okay, so it's close to Savannah. Okay. So hospitals, Richmond Hill Medical Home. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay. So it's closer to Savannah. Check that out. Savannah, Georgia, South Carolina area. Okay. Yep, yep. Yep, it's actually booming. I know Savannah. I actually grew up in Charleston, South Carolina for 15 years, believe it or not. We have a lot of students in Atlanta too. I used to go there all the time. Um, so yeah, I mean it's definitely booming. A lot of great opportunities down there. Undervalued homes, hidden gem, right? So is there hotels? Yes. Now, what interesting is if you have a property here, you can do one here. You can do one in Savannah, right? Maybe a couple in Savannah. You can do 3 markets because if you do co-hosting, you're not risking anything, right? If you do arbitrage, you're risking a little bit, but then you make 10 times more, you see? So I would do like 3 different markets and see what works and double down that market. You see what I'm saying? And this business you can do, like you can even do one in Atlanta, do one in Charleston, do one here, right? You see what I'm saying? Or even do one in Florida. You're so close by, like North Florida. Sky's the limit, right? So yeah, hidden gem, great market. Let's go, Jason. Okay, Star Kitchen. Okay. All right, Star Kitchen. All right, what is your name, Star Kitchen? All right, let's go. Where we at? Oh, north of Houston. Okay. Is it close by? Oh, close to the international airport. I'm sure there's a bunch of hotels around. Yep, look at that many hotels. If it's good enough for these big companies, it's good enough for you. Hospitals, right? Hospital on both sides. You see? Great, great location. It's a golf club too. That's a plus, right? So good. Move forward, Star Kitchen. Tacoma. Let's go Tacoma. Washington. Tacoma, Washington. I've been there actually. Beautiful. Um, beautiful area. British Columbia, man. Gorgeous. Okay. There's an Nordstrom right there. That's good. Hotels. Boom. Hotel. Close to the lake. Gorgeous area. Okay. Very good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yep. Hospital. Yep. There's a bunch of companies up here as well. Yeah. Great market. Why not? Do it. Do it. That's a great market. I mean, you got the beauty of the ocean too and all of that, right? Of the sea, a lake, whatever you call it. But yeah, water is always good. And it's a gorgeous area. I mean, ridiculous. Yeah. Expand your market. Let's make it happen. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Nightmare. Don't do more fix and flip. Leverage. Let somebody else do all of that. Oh, Dallas. I actually live in Dallas for 10 years. I know I'm like everywhere. Right? I love to travel. So, and we have students like in nationwide. So I have experience in all markets. Um, Dallas, fantastic. I know exactly where you need to go. Frisco is number one. Okay. In Dallas, that's number one. Okay. Well, I have literally several properties here in Dallas and Charleston and they're all doing really well, by the way. Myself, okay. My students is having tremendous success. That Ann with that mom with 20 properties, she's in Dallas. 20 properties, $500,000 a year. This property here, okay, let's check it out. I mean, it's close enough, but it's not too out of the boonies, so it could work. You know, there's hospital there, the hotels, so you can make it work, right? I would expand that Dallas is like, and it's like Houston and all the other places that are tremendous. Like, look at how many properties you have here. You see? Okay, absolutely, right? Philadelphia. All right, last one, and then we got to go. Oh man, we don't have time. Sorry. Philadelphia is great, fantastic market, highly recommend it. Rebecca is in Philly right there. Anyway, I want to show you guys what to look for in Zillow. Looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or 4-bath. Okay. Click on home type, entire place, houses, apply, and check this out. Allow small dogs, allow cat. Click on furnish. Boom. You want low hanging fruit right here. Okay. So, for example, you look at Houston or Dallas, right? How many deals out there? Look, all of these are deals right here, and they're all furnished. You got me? You got me? You see? And this you can easily rent for like $5,000-$6,000. You see? This one like 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, right? Been on for like 70 days. It's a townhouse, but single family home would be better, right? You see the reason why these landlord, they don't know. They just don't know what they don't know. They don't know what they're missing out on. Okay. You understand? So boom, you come in, you get one of these. You say, hey, how would you like to make double your cash flow? And I do all the work, right? And literally instead of like 2,800, you can rent it for like, 5,000-6,000, and it's a win-win for everybody, to corporate clients. You see what I'm saying? And it's already furnished. What a concept. What a concept. This one is way low, 2,000 a month. All right. You could easily get 5,000-6,000 for that one. You see, abundance of deals. Look at how many deals out there, right? You go to Dallas. Look at how many deals I have here. Click on remove boundaries. Boom. Grand Prairie is a good area too. You see? And I don't care. I tell you all the markets because I believe in abundance. Okay? Abundance, right? So check this out. Like we literally just have I think James is here too, or one of our students. They literally just found a deal in Dallas. Look at how many homes are furnished. They're already, they don't know what they're doing. And you can literally just come in and make money out of it. It's already there. Hello, right? And of course, don't go after, like you see here, 9, 10K. Go after the one who like 3.9K. In Frisco, it's like the Ivy League, the Beverly Hills of Dallas. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Look, 3,200 in Frisco. Come on, guys. Look at this gigantic home. This one I know for a fact we're renting out for 7, 8,000 easy, even 6,000. You know, you come in, hey, how would you like? We have corporate clients, boom, rent it for 6,000. You make 20%, you make like 1,500 bucks a month. You don't put any money down, boom, right? Or you go and you rent this, and then you rent it out for 6,000, you make 3,000. You know, a little bit more risk, but a lot of reward. You see, so you can do arbitrage, you can do co-hosting all day long. Look at this beautiful home with a nice backyard, everything, almost 3,000 square feet. Washer and dryer, everything in place for you, right? Sure, I might take a picture of do this myself. If you guys don't do it, sure. Yeah, but that's so much opportunities. James, you're watching? Found you another deal, brother. All right. James right here. There you go. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You see how easy it is? All right. What do you say when you talk to the landlord? One, don't mention anything about Airbnb. Okay, they probably hear that pitch 100,000 times. If they ask you, then tell them the truth. Yeah, we deal with Airbnb, but our main thing is corporate housing, insurance housing. First of all, you got to find out what is their pain point. Right? Number one thing, people don't move until they feel the pain. So, Mr. Landlord, what are some challenges you're having with this property? It looked gorgeous. Build some rapport for us. Listed by property owner. How did I know? But he's looking at the picture. I don't have time to go over that. But boom, right? You see? Okay. How would you like to get? So some of the challenges with the landlord is what? One, eviction. Number one, they don't want to deal with that. Nightmare tenants, trash their home. Number two is maintaining the property. They have to go over there and fix toilet and plumbing and cleaning and all of that because they're not making anything. This guy's $3,250 for furnished rental. Guys, how much did he bought it for? Check this out. $600,000. At least $500,000. This barely covered the mortgage. The guy not making any money, negative cash flow, or even just making a couple $100 a month. Hey, how would you like to triple your cash flow while I do all the work? That's the pitch. And then shut up and let them answer. Think about it. Do I want to triple my cash flow? Do I want to have somebody to do all the work for me? No, I want to do all the work myself. I don't want money. I don't want to make a profit. I put my life savings into this home, and now we are upside down, and I don't know what to do. I don't need your help. What do you think you're gonna say? Okay, right? Come on, guys. And then you said, hey, we got professional corporate housing, corporate clients who literally guess how many evictions we got for the past 10 years doing this hundreds of property nationwide. If you get zero, you're right. Okay. Zero eviction. Right. And guess what? How would you like for me to manage for you? And I will care about your property as much as you do because it's our livelihood. It's your livelihood. You understand? Right? How would you like to never have to do any maintenance because we have corporate clients who pay double the market rent? We can hire professional plumber, electrician, cleaners, professional cleaning your property every couple months. You don't have to do it. How would you like that? No, I don't want that, right? I want to go and plunge the toilet myself. Okay. Right? I mean, think about it, guys. You know, I want to go and clean and scrape every single detail with this 4,000 square foot home or 3,000 square foot home myself. Okay. I'm sure that's what they've been doing for a long time. You are the answer to their prayers. Okay. I mean, come on, guys. It's not that hard. All right. And you go out, you put in all luck into our community. By the way, free marketing for you guys when you're in the community. Hundreds of people already know about you. So guess what? Like James, they're already in right here, right? If they have a property, they have a corporate clients in Texas and Dallas, guess who they call? James. What's up, man? That's what I'm looking for. Find me a home in Frisco. Guess what? James, go on here. Boom. Hey, I have a corporate contract willing to pay 50K. Book for next 6 months. Find me a deal. James will go over here and contact his landlord and say, hey, CJ, do all the pitch that we sell them, all of that. Guess what? I have a 6-month contract. Right here, you want in or not? Instead of you not making any income, you're making like a 1,000 a month. That's 12,000 a year here. Is it okay if I make you 12,000 that I can make 12,000 too? Of course. That's the deal. James is over here making as much as the owner, and guess how much capital did he put in? Goose egg. Guess how much work he had to put in to rehab the property? Goose egg. Guess how much work he had to put in to furnish the property? Goose egg. Who's the real winner? Come on, guys. Gotta get a clap for that. You guys getting this? Let's go. Let's go. And if James can do one, can he do another one? Can he do another one? How many do you need to get freedom? You heard Jen Smith. She said, I need 2 or 3 properties. I got a replacement income. Okay. Now she's a school teacher. So if your income is 6-figure, all you need is 5 of these. Each of these you make 2,000 a month. 5 of these you make 10,000 a month. Can you replace your income? If you do 1 a month, you take you 5 months. Is that worth it? Even if you take you a whole year to get 5 of these and make 10K a month, is it worth it? Sure, even if it take you 5 years and you're like slow-mo over here and trying to figure everything out, is it worth it? Guys, it took me 8 years to make 10K a month, and I had to work like a slave, working 40, 50 hours a week. I had to study my ass off for 60 hours a day. 60 hours a week to make 10K a month. Come on, guys. How much do you have to work at your job to make 10K a month? Most of you have to spend 10 years of your life to make 10K a month at your job. Okay? I'm over here telling you can do 10K a month within months here, and we have hundreds of people already done it. And the best part is you don't have just have one source of income. Now James have 5 houses, 5 sources of income. Who cares if he loses his job? Right? If you lose your job today, will you be devastated? Most of you will be. Okay. And then James know how to do this. He did 5 already. Can he do another one? How fast can he do this? I literally found him. You found you guys like 10 deals tonight in like literally like 15 minutes. That's abundance, guys. Abundance thinking. That's why I don't care showing you all my secrets and stuff like this. That's abundance. That's the mindset we're talking about. Collaboration instead of competition. Get it? Collaboration. Abundance versus scarcity. And you know what funny? The more I give, the more God gave back to me 10 times, 100 times, breast shaking over, flowing over all the time, right? Say, oh, thank you, God. All right. There you go. All right. Last thing, we're gonna walk you through an exercise. How many here commit to your dreams, your goal? Last call for the night. If you are, book a call on the link here in the chat, and that's it. If those of you watching on social media, send us a DM or book a call in my social bio, and the link in my bio, and then we go from there, okay? But the last thing here is very important. I'm gonna guide you through an exercise that will change your life forever. And everybody, if you are serious about your future, you're gonna be serious for the next 10 minutes. Oh, yes, 10 minutes. That's it. 10 more minutes change your life, okay? You guys in? Or you can drop off the car and go watch Netflix right now. It's okay. Okay. You know, have fun watching the show on whatever show that your favorite show or the football game, and see other people live their life. Okay. While you star on yours. All right. 10 minutes. Put your hands on your heart. Imagine, breathe in, deep breath, slow down your breathing. My team, you better do this, guys. I'm watching you guys, all of you guys, okay? Deep breath. Breathe in, hold it 4 seconds, breathe out 4 seconds. Relax. You are safe. You're in a good place. And now you can just be you. There's no judgment, right? Nobody can live, everybody closing their eyes. Nobody can see you. It's okay. Now, imagine yourself at the end of this year, 2026, still stuck in the same old place. You know what to do. You had enough, but you decided that fear got the best of you. And looking back this year, you're still stuck in the same dumb job or the same trap business you couldn't get out of, working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Never miss your family special occasions, broken promises all the time to them. How do you feel? And then scale that out 5 years from now. How old will you be 5 years from now? 2031. Still stuck on the same old thing, making the same old excuses, the same procrastination. Oh, I wait till my ducks get in a row. I wait till the kids get out of school. I'm gonna wait till next year. Maybe the sun is shine better. I really know I should do this. I know it's just the right thing to do, but I'm just gonna think about it. I'm gonna pray about it. You know, God want me to just keep being stuck in the same place, doing the same rat race, right? Yeah, I'm sure God want me just to be small and stay small and just live a life of quiet desperation all my life. I'm sure that's what God want me to do. So I'm gonna pray about it. I'm gonna pray about it some more. I'm gonna take about 6 months to think about this. And another 6 months go by. I don't know if I want to do this. Maybe another 6 months, I pray some more. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my wife, my kids' life at stake here because of my own pride and ego, because of my own security, my fear and doubt. And yeah, I'm gonna put my parents' life at stake too. I don't care if they got cancer. I don't have the money to pay for them, so just let them die. I'm sorry. Imagine that would happen in the next 10 years. What are the chances of that happening? More than you think. Imagine 10 years from now, 20 years from now, how old you be. Imagine you are there now, you have 50, 60, 70, you're still broke, have nothing to show for it, except a bunch of excuses, except a bunch of dreams that could have, would have, should have happened, but you didn't make it happen. And that's your reality. Of all the family member that have passed away because you didn't have the money to save them, you didn't have your life, your shit together to take care of them. Imagine being on your deathbed and have nothing to show for it. And if you don't feel the pain right now, you're not doing it right. You got to feel the pain. How do you feel? Imagine on your deathbed, looking at your kids, you're still slaving away, making compromises. They're doing stuff they don't want to do. They're selling their soul every day for the dollar, literally. How do you feel? Some of them had to marry for money, okay? Or have a bunch of sugar mama, sugar daddy because they can't take care of themselves. They don't know how to because you didn't have the right example to show them how to make their own economy. To actually have passive income so they can say no. They have higher standard. How do you feel? Okay. Okay. Now release it. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Put on your hand on your heart again. Now, deep breath. I know it's a lot. I feel it too, right? But now imagine you took the red pill. You took the risk. You be the leader for you and your family. And you actually make it happen. You feel the fear and you did it anyway. You joined the mastermind. You hire the right mentorship. It doesn't have to be us. It could be anybody that you feel you'll be in alignment with. If you're not in alignment with us, go find somebody you're in alignment with. God bless you. It's okay. There's abundance for everybody. But do yourself a favor and find the right mentor and the right mastermind. Imagine you in the right community. And everybody's thriving and winning and helping you and succeeding. And you see James over here landing deal. You see Jen Smith having the third extension. You see Rebecca partnering up with Gloria and they having landing their third deal, expanding in 3 different states. And what you're gonna do? You're gonna feel the fire and you're gonna jump. You're like, actually get off your lazy sofa chair and stop watching the damn stupid TV show that stuck in the damn matrix and get out there and do something and make it happen. Go talk to the landlord. Oh my God, I'm so scared to talk to the landlord. What are they gonna do? Kick your ass? Come on, guys. The worst thing they can say is no. No, 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 no. Okay. All right, you got a bunch of no. Are you okay? You okay, right? How many yeses do you need to get your freedom? For Jan Smith, only 3. For a doctor and lawyer like Rebecca, she need like 5 or 6. Big deal. How many no you willing to go through to get a yes? And how many yeses do you need to get your freedom? Even if this takes you 10 years, is it worth it? Well, unless you want to go back and do another 10 years in whatever you're doing for the last 10 years, is that worth it? Right? But it's not going to take you 10 years, guys. You see it can happen very quickly within 3 months, 4 months. Imagine 3 months, 6 months from now. The end of this year, 2026, is now December, Christmas, 2026. You roll in with your beautiful new car, right? And you have gifts for everybody. It's your gifts for your parents is mom, dad. You don't have to worry about the mortgage. I got your mortgage. Okay. And guess what? I got you a maid and a cook. Guess what? My beautiful, lovely wife. my husband. I got you. My wife, I got you a cook. I got you a maid every week. Guess where we're going? We're going to Italy. How long are we gonna stay? Who cares? Pack your bags, let's go. However long you like, that's how long we're gonna stay. Okay? And eat some amazing pasta, gelato every day. I'm gonna show you the word. Okay? We'll show your husband. And guess what? We're gonna go to the live football game like you want it. All tickets, all expenses paid by me. Okay? How's that? All right? Or your kids. Hey kid, where do you want to go for the summer? You want to go Disneyland? Let's go. It doesn't have to be the summer, it could be the winter. Let's get out of here. All right? Merry Christmas. Let's go to Disneyland. Disney World. All expenses paid, first class, everything. We stay there for a month. Who cares? How you feel? Right? Oh, Merry Christmas, the homeless. Here's all your meals paid for the whole month. You know? Put a check to your church or favorite charity anonymously. Here's 50K. There you go. How you feel? And literally, where are you going to be 5 years from now? Once you know the skill set, once you learn the mindset, once you have the right community, when you plug your kids in here. Imagine that, or your nieces, nephew, whoever. With this, our help with our community, where are you going to be 5 years from now? Don't you believe at least, even you so slow, you do 2 deals a year, 5 years from now, you have 10 houses, making you 20,000 a month, 250K a year, $250,000 a year, working 4 hours a week. Even if it take you 5 years from now, is it worth it? Right? Of course. Imagine that. You'd be free the rest of your life. Now, scaled out 10 years from now. Now your kids making 6 figures themselves have 10 houses themselves because you did what it took that fateful day with Dr. Chau and the team here in the community. You took that step of faith, and now your kids know the skill set to go out there and fish for themselves and break the generational curse once and for all. And now they're building their legacy, their generational wealth. Now you have trust set up for everyone your kids spit out 6 figure income, and they make 6 figure income themselves. And your trust match their income. You don't just give them a fish. Hey, you want this money? You make this amount, I match it for it. Boom. You see? What would it do for your kid, for your children, for your grandchildren? They never have to slave again. Okay? And they create their own economy. And they can literally give the middle finger to all the bullshit they have to deal with corporate America and live a life of their dreams. If they want to be a singer, go sing. You want to go act, go act. If you want to write your music, write your music. Right? If you want to go to Africa and build a church, go Africa and build a church. Right? Whatever you want to do it. Because you have passive income, because your grandpa figured this shit out in 2026, 30 years ago. And now you don't have to. Now you're good. You can go and how many lives can you touch? Because your grandpa figured it out. Grandpa Carl figured it out. Grandpa Juan figured it out. Grandma Sarah figured it out. Grandma Suri figured it out. Joyce figured it out, right? A long time ago. That's your legacy, Lydia. Oasis, Thomas, Jason, Agnes, Lois. What do you want to be remembered by? How you want to be remembered by? Okay? Stay there for a moment and take it all in. And imagine that's you. You are the director of your own movie, the executive producer, the main actor, actress. Make your movie a good one. Okay, so take it all in and imagine the faces celebrating you on your deathbed. So much happiness, joy, and peace, and just abundance. You have so many beautiful family, beautiful times. And you know that now it's time to go meet the Lord. And you're going to party up in heaven. Okay? Because you have been a faithful, good servant. How do you feel? Last thing I leave with you with this. Do you believe that your Heavenly Father is the King of Kings, the God of gods? For me, it's Jesus Christ, for whatever it is for you. But I don't believe we was here by accident, by a big bang, and we all come here by accident. We were all monkey at some point, and now we become, 1,000 times more smarter and sophisticated. And now this monkey still exists, and we're like 1,000 times smarter than them. I don't believe in that. I believe that we are all children of the Most High God. We are son and daughter of the Most High, the King of Kings. And we got saved by Jesus Christ, not by our grace, but by his grace. Okay? So coming from that belief, even if you don't believe, just imagine that for a moment. Don't you want your daughters and son to do better? Right? Don't you believe that the Heavenly Father wants you to succeed? If you believe that you are son and daughter of God, if you believe there is a God, right? Yes, check. If you believe that you are son and daughter of God, check. Do you believe that everything in the universe belongs to God? Check, right? If everything belongs to the Father and you're the son and you're his son and his daughter, is it all right if you can live a life of abundance? Is it all right if you can go out there and find 10 deals this year and making six-figure income passively, working 4 hours a week? Is it okay? You still providing value to the marketplace, still get paid and creating jobs. The reason why you work 4 hours a week is not because you're lazy, it's because you're providing jobs for the plumber, for electrician, for the maid, for the corporate clients who have a house, for the insurance families who are going through a disaster and they need a place to stay. You see? For the landlord who are frustrated and burned out, and now you manage their property and you manage it well, and now you have a team of people and you share out the profit. You got me? So everybody can win together. So that's actually a very unselfish of you. The most selfish thing to do that you can do is stay small. Go back to your job and just slaving away. That's selfish because you're not living up to your full potential. Remember the parable of the talent in the Bible? The one who have more will be given more because he was good steward of what he already been given, or she already been given. So coming from that place of abundance, I want you to count down and celebrate of your rebirth right now. Okay? We're gonna count down from 10 to 1, like it's a New Year's Eve all over again. Remember that feeling this past New Year's Eve, or some New Year's Eve that you were able to celebrate. It's a whole new beginning, and where you can celebrate a new year. Why don't you celebrate a new you right now? Okay, you literally could be rebirthing right now if you choose to be. I chose to be every day. How about you? So count down with me, guys. Are you ready? And then we're going to celebrate the roof off of this place. You're going to give thanks if already everything is already won. Our Father, our God is already won. Okay? Do you believe that? Okay? If not, by His grace, Jesus' grace, we are saved. Okay? Amen. So let's go. Count out with me. 10, 9. You're welcome to unmute and count out with me, guys. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Celebrate. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, guys. Love you guys. Yes. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Great job. Proud of you guys. Jason, good to have you. Call. See you guys soon. Okay.
Yes.
Always.
Thank you.
Shirley, Juan, hey, Juan, I'm
forward
jumping on
to
the
it.
call right now for you.
Fired up.
Lewis, let's go. Henry.
Happy New
Sarah,
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, guys. Shoot me a
Thank you,
message.
Dr.
Okay. God bless you.
Chau.
Thank you,
care.
doctor.
Thank
See
you.
soon. Take care, guys. God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.